If you're listening to this, you obviously like podcasts, and you probably like music too. On Spotify, you can listen to all that in one place for free, and you don't need a premium account. Spotify has a huge catalog of podcasts on every topic, including the one you're listening to right now. On Spotify, you can follow your favorite podcasts so you never miss an episode. Download episodes to listen offline, wherever you are. Easily share what you're listening to with your friends via Spotify's integrations with social platforms like Instagram. Just search for the e-commerce minute on the Spotify app or browse podcasts in your library tab. And follow us so you never miss an episode of the e-commerce minute. Spotify is the world's leading music streaming service, and now it's your go-to for podcasts.
It's the e-commerce minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts Bart Mraz and John Suter. The e-commerce minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com.
This episode of the e-commerce minute is brought to you by Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. With Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Send envelopes, flats, and packages right from your desk, and you're back in business in no time. And for being a loyal e-commerce minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you'll never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with Send Pro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping. Calculate exact postage online and print labels right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes.
It's e-commerce minute episode 507.
In today's episode, Macys is using Pinterest Pincodes in summer campaign.
Picture this. You're walking down Santa Monica Pier, taking in the views of the ocean and the pier's many food and amusement offerings. But in the distance, you see a giant scannable pin from Macys. Would you go over and check it out? Well, Macys and Pinterest hope so. Macys have recently launched an out-of-home experiential campaign called Outfits. And it's OUT, and then in brackets FITS, that asks consumers to use their phones at popular summer spots around the United States. In partnership with Pinterest, these places feature Pinterest pin codes that consumers can scan with their phones and are then directed to a Pinterest board with outfits curated for that specific location. The Pinterest boards then link to shoppable pages where users can purchase the items suggested for their location. As part of the campaign, Facebook and Instagram are showcasing quintessential summer moments via short stories. The campaign assists Macys in shifting their focus on mobile and digital strategies since its physical stores continue to struggle. It also aids in Pinterest efforts to make more of its content shoppable. Pop-up stations will be featured in such places as Central Park, the Brooklyn Heights Promenade, Coney Island, and the Santa Monica Pier. We shall see whether or not these interactive partnerships will make up for the losses that the bricks-and-mortar Macy stores are facing. The campaign officially launched May 15th. I like stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I think we should send our correspondent to go check it out.
I want to send her to Coney Island because I'm doing the Santa Monica Pier one. So
no, I wanted to do the Santa Monica Pier one.
John, but if you went last week, you could have seen the hot dog eating contest.
That's true. All right, I take that back. I want to do the Coney Island one. Okay. So we keep reporting on the woes of Macys, but yet at the same time, in many of our podcasts, we talk about the innovations that Macys are doing. This is one of them that goes hand in hand with their experiential pop-up shops that they do and all the experiential retail that they're doing. So out of all of the department store chains, and I bet you can't name more than 5 on your hand anymore, I think Macys is doing an admirable job and evolving as the environment changes. Their first quarter revenue dropped to $5.5 billion from $5.4 billion in the year ago quarter, but they reported double-digit growth in e-commerce and mobile, which it says continues to be its fastest growing channel. That's from Marketing Dive. Now that is very telling there in that their losses were not, it wasn't like they went from $5 billion to $2 billion. It's not a major loss compared to others. And that their e-commerce is still strong and mobile's growing. So I think that's very telling for Macys.
I think looking at their e-commerce, they're definitely growing in that sector, but their stores are definitely going to go down. People want to shop online. I mean,
the other part of the report, it said Pinterest shares fell 15% just a few weeks ago when it released its Q1 2019. It's reported its first loss. What I don't understand is they've made so many strides in becoming more shoppable. Do you think the people you think it's just Pinterest fatigue, or what do you think is going on over there?
I think people just don't get it. Like the demographic I feel like who are on Pinterest just like might not understand that they can, like Pinterest isn't making it apparent enough that the pages are shoppable maybe.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I also agree that now I was an early Pinterest user because I used it as sort of when it first came out, it was like, you can create mood boards and you can put things together and make collections. I thought that was the coolest thing ever because as a graphic designer, I would say, I want to collect all these things that look like X, Y, and Z, and I can put them in this place and then it becomes a reference point. As it evolved, it's now becoming a place where people are just selling or just huckstering their goods or their blogs or their other CRAP. And I don't think it's the Pinterest that it used to be. I think there's a lot of noise. I think me personally, I have Pinterest fatigue. I still go there, but when I look for things, more often than not, I get crap returned as opposed to the high quality stuff that I used to curate from there.
I mean, I would agree with that because I look up a recipe for, let's just say, a pasta dish, and I get a 25-minute intro about the Pinterest user's day when she cooked that pasta dish until I get to
so that was kind of a meme the last couple of weeks. You know the reason for that, right?
Why?
You can't because Google won't let you just put a recipe up on a web page anymore. They want you to tell a story about it. So that's why everyone has to say, and then I got up and pulled the cilantro from my garden. The cilantro was so fresh and dewy in the morning because my dog loves to go out and look at the They have to tell a story now. You can't run a recipe site. If you notice, because I collect a lot of recipes and I've noticed this myself. But Google won't let you just slap up a recipe anymore because it just says, oh, you're just copying that from somewhere else. And it dings you in the SEO. That's why everyone has to tell a story now. But that being said, you're right. I go to Pinterest for like a chicken curry recipe. And for 3 months, Pinterest is following around going, hey, you want some chicken curry today?
No, seriously.
I haven't been to Pinterest in 5-6 years now.
Wow.
I haven't touched it. I forget it exists.
Sumo Heavy has a Pinterest board, and I think there's like some quotes we did for a presentation 5 years ago, and they're still sitting there.
This is how much we pay attention to it.
There's dust on it.
Isn't Pinterest going public this year?
They are trying public. They are
public.
Yeah, they, as I read earlier, its first report as a public company, lost of 32 cents per share. So they went public last year. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, Pinterest is a weird place, man. It's like I am renovating my bathroom, so every day I get curry recipes
and a bathroom
and for some reason, girls in cute dresses, and I'm like, maybe my girlfriend was on my Pinterest page, or it's like,
no, she was searching inside of the house. It's the IP.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, well, you told me that before, right? That's how they follow you, by IP, not by exactly me.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to do cookies, but
I'm like, yeah, these are cute outfits, but I never search for this crap.
No, the same thing happens to me. I'll be minding my own business on my homepage, and there's just an inexplicable picture of a bulldog, and I'm like, I have never seen this, but I have a bulldog.
So the problem, especially here, between if you're surfing stuff in the company, like because we have. First of all, we get all the ads for our clients, which is just the funniest thing ever half the time. 2, it's whoever searches what. So we've had this happen where we're like, we look at something and all of a sudden like Facebook comes up with what we were talking about. We're like, is it listening? No, because we just looked it up on the phone.
Right.
It just happens.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's another episode of us yelling about ads, but that's
you know what? But I think a lot of people aren't aware of that, and I think you're exactly right. We need to do a special episode about that because I think it's kind of the voodoo, and I think it freaks a lot of people out. And if it's explained in a calm, measured way, then maybe
people will be like, okay, let's just
followed.
Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing is I think for us internally here, it's easier just because we do look at our clients' ads all the time. You just kind of gloss over them,
right?
If that makes sense,
right? I mean, yeah, you visually you tune them out, but
you're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, a lot of people get freaked out by that stuff.
Yep.
All right, stat time. In a survey last year, 71.6% of consumers said they shop via mobile smartphone at home while traveling or during their spare time. And 60.1% said they use their smartphones in brick and mortar stores. We've been saying this for years. People showroom. They showroom at bricks and mortar stores, and that's why a lot of them are closing, because it's like, let me just go to Home Goods and check out this sofa, and then I'm just going to buy it on Wayfair for half the price.
Yep.
It's just the way it is. And outdoor ad spending is projected to reach $11.5 billion in 2022. Outdoor ads are still big, although I hate digital billboards.
Mm-hmm. I don't really love them either. I really don't love them either.
Right. I mean, digital ads, if you look at them, I mean, they can charge more for certain times when people go buy them. So that's really what they're doing. It's a better cost-effective way, because a regular billboard is just up there.
The great example, I mean, obviously they cost more to put up. The great example is if you go down Interstate 95, it can be interesting if you're stuck in traffic, and there's the one that shows you the time and the temperature and the news and which fugitive is on the loose and what's sports score and what's playing on whatever XPN or whatever on the radio. And it gives you some information, but as a general thing, I think digital billboards are visual noise, but that's a podcast for another day. But for now, I'm going to tell you about today's sponsor. Shipping and mailing from your desk has never been simpler than with Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. With Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes, it's just click, send, and save for as low as $4.99 a month. Send envelopes, flats, and packages right from your desk, and you're back in business in no time. And for being a loyal e-commerce minute listener, you'll receive a free 30-day trial to get started and a free 10-pound scale to ensure that you never overpay. Save time and money on mailing and shipping with Send Pro Online. Starting at $4.99 a month, you can also qualify for special USPS rates for letters and priority mail shipping. Calculate exact postage online. Print labels and stamps right from your PC. So go to pb.com/minute to access this special offer for a free 30-day trial plus a free 10-pound scale to get started. That's pb.com/minute. Experience shipping made simple with a free trial of Send Pro Online from Pitney Bowes. We got anything?
Pinterest, it still exists.
Pinterest, it still exists. I still like Pinterest. I still like it. I just have to, as I said, there's just too much noise in there.
Fair enough.
Keep an eye out for the Macy's Pinterest codes in a Instagrammable location near you, such as Central Park, Brooklyn Heights Promenade, Coney Island, and Santa Monica Pier. I assume this thing will run through the summer. It started on May 15th. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe, or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion, or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.